Hey guys, welcome back to another video game releases of this time in the month of November 2023. The first game we have coming out is RoboCop Rogue City. I played the demo for this one and it was honestly pretty fun. It's set in Detroit. It's an upcoming FPS and it's based off the original storyline from the RoboCop films. I think that was in the 80s. The demo's out right now on Steam, obviously for free, and if you're looking about getting this game, I'd say go check out the demo. It was cool. I thought it was just going to be a lot of shooting, but there's a little bit more to it than that. You can give cars parking tickets that are parked in front of fire hydrants. After a mission, you can come back to the police precinct and talk to cops and kind of develop a relationship with other policemen. The next game coming out on the same day, November 2nd, is Gangs of Sherwood. It's a co-op action game for 1 to 4 players set in the reimagined world of Robin Hood. I remember seeing the trailers and it was set to come out early October, but then it got pushed back to November. But I remember the trailers didn't look too appealing to me, just my own opinion. I feel like I need to get my hands on the game to really judge whether or not it's going to be fun. The next game releasing is Star Ocean: The Second Story R. This game is a fantasy and science fiction collision where it's kind of like Phantasy Star Online, except it's not an MMORPG, it's a JRPG done in kind of a Octopath Traveler style, that 2.5D style that some people love. I know I like it. And I'm interested in getting into the series. I never played a Star Ocean game, but I think I'm going to start with this one. It looks like a great remake from the originals. And I really want to see how they modernize this old classic JRPG. After Star Ocean, the next game set to release is Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Now I know nothing about the huge Yakuza series, but supposedly this is about Kazuma Kiryu and how he faked his identity and saved his family. Like I said, I know nothing about Yakuza. I've never played a Yakuza game, but I know a lot of people are going to be excited for this one, especially because Kazuma Kiryu is a beloved character in the franchise. The Last Faith, set to release on November 15th, is a Metroidvania Souls-like game heavily inspired by Bloodborne. I played the demo and it seemed fantastic. The one thing that caught my attention about this game is the fact that I feel like there's going to be a lot of options to deal with a multitude of different enemies. I remember playing the demo. You had a primary weapon in one hand and you were also able to use magic. So I'm wondering if a core component of this game is doing combos with a melee weapon, and then maybe having magic on your other hand or guns in the other. And the world seems pretty vast, which is something that I really enjoy. When the story is integrated into the world and while you're explaining and learn the lore, that's something that I really enjoy, and I feel like that will be in The Last Faith. Yet another Metroidvania game coming out on November 16th is Yohane the Parhelion. It's definitely not going to be harder than The Last Faith. It's most likely going to be more easygoing, but if you're a weeb, especially like me, you're a Love Live fan, this might be a game on your radar. As Yohane, one of my favorite characters from Love Live Sunshine, is getting her own game. Pretty much you go around the world defeating bosses, and when you defeat a boss, you save a member from the idol group. And when you get a member from that idol group, you gain a power accessing more of the world. Being a Love Live fan, especially someone who really likes Yohane from Sunshine, this seems like a good game to play on the Steam Deck if it is verified. Hopefully it will be in the future or even on release, but it seems like a nice game to kick your feet up and just relax. On November 17th, the Super Mario RPG remake will be releasing, and this is a good time to play it, especially for me because I never played the original, but this seems like a fun game to play, just like Yohane the Parhelion, where I could kick my feet up, get on the Switch, and just play a relaxing game. But there's not too much to say about this one. I feel like these Super Mario games that come out every now and again are pretty straightforward. You know what you're getting. It's Nintendo, good gameplay, moving right on. As the same day as Super Mario Maker RPG, Persona 5 Tactica releases on November 17th. It features an all-new story with the same characters in the Phantom Thieves. I think there's an additional new character, and it's not the new character from Persona 5 Royale or Persona 5 Strikers. It's a completely new, different character. And they're going to bring elements from the original game, such as the all-out attacks, and they're going to fit them in there somehow, but in a strategy turn-based setting. So I feel like I am going to get this one. This game interests me, especially because I do love tactical RPGs. One game that I'm personally excited for that's coming out on November 30th is Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I played a lot of the first iteration of this fighting game, just Granblue Fantasy Versus, and it was really well done. The netcode was really bad, but I remember this game came out a little bit before COVID, and I would go to my local fighting game scene, WNF, Wednesday Night Fights, and I really tried to get good at this game. It was fun. I played Katarina, then later on she got nerfed, and played Zoe, but I'm really excited for Rising. Rollback netcode has been announced, and I think there's no better time to get into the Granblue Fantasy scene because the IP is pretty young and they're really trying to push this IP and give it some life. So if you're interested in the Granblue Fantasy IP or want to get into fighting games, I feel like this is going to be a good entry point. The next game is Tevi. This game is set to release also on November 30th, just like Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. Initially, what got me interested in this game was that I am a person that likes Metroidvania games, but when you bring this like cute chibi moe aesthetic plus Metroidvania with cool looking combos, I am almost inclined to buy the game. Alright guys, those are the 10 games that I was interested coming out in November. And as always, if there is a game that you thought was cool that I missed, please comment below because there's always a game that comes out and I miss it and I end up getting that one instead of one that I previously thought I was going to buy. But anyways, this is Cat Named Dog, and I'll see you guys next time.